almost everything that they can do at the ER.
You never feel rushed. They're there for you and only you.
I felt like their only patient.
And it costs no more than a trip to urgent care because Dispatch Health is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. See if we serve your home at dispatchhealth.com.
Dispatch Health really went above and beyond.
It's wonderful to have care come to your home.
House calls are back, and they're better than ever. Learn more at dispatchhealth.com.
If you're living with chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders, I've got exciting news for you.
Emmett Smith, all-time rushing leader and Hall of Famer.
Now you can get relief from pain without harmful medications and surgery. Call my guys at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics specializes in biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue. I'm talking about natural pain treatments now available, not just for pro athletes, but to people like you.
At QC Kinetics, we're seeing patients every day who suffer from chronic joint pain but who desperately wanted to avoid surgery. We're treating joint pain with biologic therapies, regenerative solutions with long-lasting results.
Listen, it's all about getting your life back. Playing touch football with kids, walking upstairs pain-free, getting back on a job, and patients at QC Kinetics are raving about the results.
QC Kinetics. Call to learn more about restorative treatments that can get you back in the game.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Hi guys, it's Andrew with Ridgeside Medical Clinic. Is erectile dysfunction damaging your relationship? Are you sick of the pill and all the side effects? Well, welcome to the future. We have a major medical breakthrough. Ridgeside Medical Clinic uses the most advanced form of wave therapy. Backed by 60 clinical studies, our technology uses pressure waves to repair and open up blood vessels. We've helped countless men get rid of their ED. But what is the true end result? Their relationship, even their lives, improve drastically. If you're ready to regain your love life, call us right now, and not only will the assessment and ultrasound be free, we'll also give you a gift that produces immediate results in the bedroom. It almost never fails. This is worth $550, and it's free to callers right now. 303-499-6000. That's 303-499-6000.
Got it. Okay.
Experience what I call the happiness ripple effect. Call Ridgeside Medical Clinic now. 303-499-6000.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
303-713-TALK, or you can call 303-MARTINO anytime. That number works on and off the air. The other thing you can do is help at Troubleshooter.com. By the way, Suzanne and I had a great time at the Rockies game yesterday. What a blast. You know, I haven't been to a game for a while, but what a good time, man. If you haven't brought the kids out or, you know, the spouse, or go on a date and you're trying to think of something different to do, if you haven't seen a Rockies game, and it's great when they won because they won last night, but, man, did we have a blast at the game. Just a really good time. I forgot how fun that could be. And I don't know. It's not like I'm doing a commercial for the Rockies by any means, but it's a good time.
That's why they have a terrible team, because people go out there. It's a great evening. They get huge crowds. It's a beautiful night.
Beautiful place.
And the people that own the team are business people, not baseball people.
Yeah.
They're making a fortune on it.
Hey, they won last night, though, Doc.
Yeah, but
beat the Dodgers.
But the thing is, they're really not a good team because they don't spend money on it, because they're making enough money because of the setting, you know, and the city.
You know who we sat next to? And what a great guy. And I need to say this. We don't do advertisements for the Deal and Doug Group. He owns so many dealerships, it's unbelievable. Actually, that's not true. We do advertisements in Colorado Springs for Colorado Springs Dodge. They're the largest Dodge dealer in the state. You want to save money on a Dodge, you go there. We've been doing that for a long time. The GM is Jim Janicelli, great guy. So as I'm sitting there BSing with his boss, Deal and Doug, something dawned on me. He owns a ton of dealerships. You know how many calls we get on Deal and Doug dealerships?
None.
I just don't even remember any. We have people that own like one or two dealerships. We get calls on a weekly basis. Somehow this guy gets next to zero complaints over a long period of time. And the few that we have had over the years that I can't even remember are taken care of. I can legitimately say the guy runs a very solid business in an industry where there's some, you know, there's some creeps out there. I can say I can recommend them, even though, you know, I don't endorse them. I don't get paid by them. I can honestly say I would do business with them, and I have. Colorado Springs Dodge.
They're good people, Mark.
They really are good people, and man, are they a baseball fan. We had a good time.
It was fun.
It really was fun. They just happened to be sitting next to us. It wasn't like any kind of meeting. But 303-713-8255. Now, Doc, let's go ahead and go to this. Suzanne, were you trying to get on our attorney?
I've texted him. We'll
All right.
see. Are you going to Sabrina, though?
Yeah, he's a busy guy, man. This guy's done all kinds of class actions. So, Sabrina, I got Doc here. You had a problem. The landlord who owned, was it the owner or the person above you that owned the condo? Was it the renter you were having a problem with, or all the above? Recap it real quick, Sabrina.
All the above. The owner knew there was a leak. I told her last Wednesday. She kept promising that she was going to get her master plumber out.
Yeah.
I was arguing with the HOA. Well, she promised.
Because meantime, this thing, it's leaking all the time, right?
Constant.
And it's leaking into where? It's leaking into your bathroom. It was soaking in the wall, through the ceiling. It's destroying your stuff.
Exactly. Now the medicine cabinet's falling off the wall.
Oh, my God. That's because the drywall got wet and there's nothing holding it. So what happened, Doc? You called over and you talked to who?
I talked to Judy, who is the owner, and she told me that she had a master plumber who was going to come in this morning.
Why do you guys keep emphasizing, not only did she, now you did master plumber?
Well, this is what she told me, that it required a certain degree of expertise in order to take care of the problem.
Who?
At any rate, she promised when I spoke to her yesterday that they would take care of it starting this morning at 8:30.
Okay.
At 8:30 this morning, it was taken care of.
What was the leak? Just a pipe?
I didn't really go that.
Maybe they just sweated something in, but
at any rate.
So Sabrina, it's fixed now.
But it was never her. I had to file. I called code enforcement, and the HOA got it done. She never got it done.
But what did the landlord say today?
She said that she had her plumber come out.
Well, okay, regardless of how it got done.
It got done this morning at 8:30.
It got done. Now, are they going to pay for your drywall and get all that fixed? Where does that part stand?
Yes, they're going to come in tomorrow. They're going to cut out all the wet drywall, and they're going to replace it all.
Now, listen, make sure when that thing's open, it's not wet back there. If they got to run a blower or something, you don't want any mold back there. Now that the food source, the leaking water pipe, is gone, it's not going to get worse, but you definitely want to get that dried out. Get rid of that food source so you're not going to have any mold issues. So when it's open, they should run a fan for a little bit or just make sure it's dry. But other than that, you know, let us know if they don't get it done right or if there's some kind of issue, and we'll get back with them.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And I appreciate all you guys have done.
Yeah, we appreciate you calling. So that's the deal. All right, 303-713-8255. Hey, Doc, another good job.
As usual.
I'd pull Tom's dinger out.
Oh.
I would, but I might have him pull his own dinger out.
Well, the real dinger shot. I spoke to Rocky Mountain Film Lab. I didn't speak to them. I called them.
No, wait. Did they answer?
No, listen to this.
Wait. Rocky Mountain Film Lab, for people listening, this guy, I forget his name, but he sent video to him. Joe sent video to him 4 or 5 years ago to take off of Super 8 and put on digital. He paid him up front $230. He cannot get in touch with him anymore. Doc, what did you find out?
Okay, so I called the number that's on their website.
Yep.
And it says, blah, 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 is not taking message. If you want to leave an SMS message for another number.
Did you text him?
Wait. So I called the second number that they gave me, and it was the same thing. The mailbox is full, but if you want to leave an SMS message, press 5 and leave your number, which I did.
Okay, so hopefully we'll hear back. See if you can text that SMS number. Just text it, the second one. And just say, hey, can you guys still do Super 8 video? I have a bunch of them I want to get converted. I want to see if they answer that question. All right, 303-713-8255. Hey, Lane, what is your question? I hope you do not have cancer from Roundup.
Well, I've been diagnosed with that CLL, chronic lymphocemic leukemia.
Oh, my God.
On a farm, and we use Roundup heavily. So I just I hear ads all the time from lawyers, but I don't want to get connected with a shyster type. So I thought I'd call you guys for recommendations.
Yeah,
if you
and
have one.
well, hopefully we do. If he's not actually part of the Roundup, and I don't think it's literally just Roundup. I think it's going after the chemical manufacturer, but I don't remember. We are trying to get one of our class action attorneys on, and hopefully we get that figured out. So I want you to hang tight, man. He's in New Jersey, but he knows everything, and if he's not doing it, his firm's not doing it, Slater will let us know the best way for you to go about it. Man, that really sucks. You really think it was from Roundup, huh?
Well, it could be. I don't know.
I want to ask him that too, because a lot of these commercials, it's not just the Roundup one, but it's always the same. Like if you've used baby powder or whatever it is, and you've been affected with this, I always did wonder, how do they know if that's actually what caused it? I just don't know how that works. I find it peculiar in a way, but you know, if a lot of people use the product, you said you're on a farm, right?
Correct.
And how often would you use the product?
We would every growing season, every summer, we would spray a couple times for weeds.
And you're talking not just, I mean, you're talking spraying hours and hours at a time.
Yeah, correct.
Oh, my God, man. I am so sorry to hear that. Hold tight. We're going to try to reach out. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is
the agent that caused it.
Hold on.
I debated just going home and working on commercials, but I felt like just getting out.
Yeah.
And I haven't been here in a while. That's weird to see Tim's office completely empty.
Yeah. We don't have Shannon anymore.
Well, yeah, but he's here.
He's here. We've got Dragon the first few hours and B Large
So why
the
did they
second
do
two.
that?
And
What is
out for like remotes and stuff, and since the Broncos are going to be getting ready to start doing stuff, that's more than likely why they took him out, just to be able to get him out sooner. Because I think that morning show, he only has to be here till 9 for that.
Are you guys short-handed as far as board ops?
Oh yeah.
So they won't hire more, will they?
No, they just fired everybody. So that's why I'm back in here.
Now Grant's still with us, right?
Yeah.
What board ops did they fire?
You know, we had George Donaldson in. He's the owner of Fix It. He was here the first 2 hours of the show. I twisted his arm into this $28 deal. They're going to come out. They're going to basically refurbish. They're going to clean the heck out and get all that dirt out of your air conditioning unit, and they're going to do it for $28. Now, of course, they can't do it today. They're going to have to schedule you, but you have to be a new client. This is their way of introducing the company. They're going to show you how great they are. They're going to give you a crazy good value for $28. They're going to literally tear apart that AC. Fix it 24/7. Go to fixmyhome.com. Give them a call. You got to book it today. Usually this is like $149, but you got to book it today to take advantage of the $28 deal. You're going to love them. 720-526-3939. Call right now. 720-526-3939. You got some old tangled necklaces, or how about mismatched earrings? How about that jewelry you brought home to your wife and she never wears? You want to actually convert that into some cash right now? David Ellis.
Troubleshooter show, please
Let's put
hold.
it this way. He's going to weigh it and he's going to pay it. Don't go to a pawn store. You're going to get ripped off. You want real money for your precious metals, the stuff you never wear anymore.
Troubleshooter show, what is
Go
your
to
first
David
name?
Ellis. 3rd and Clayton. You can go to
I'm sorry, I missed that. What is it?
DavidEllisJewelry.com. That's DavidEllisJewelry.com. First hour, we talked to Frank Duran, the real estate man. He saved you a ton of money. He can teach you how to negotiate. He can actually teach you how to make more on your house when you sell it. Of course, he does all the negotiating, but he'll explain why he sells more homes for more money in the average month than most realtors spend. You ready for this? Most realtors sell in an entire year. I want to say that one more time. Listen to what I'm saying. Frank Duran sells more homes in a
What was his
month
dealership name?
than most realtors sell in a year.
Oh, okay.
And he sells them for more money. I've used them. Tom's used them. We love them. FrankDuranHomes.com.
That's not the same Doug we were talking about, sir.
I was going to say, I don't even know. I think they had something to do.
We were talking about Doug Moreland, Dylan Doug dealership. Yeah.
What was that, bro?
No, just a
Yeah. I think Doug Moreland, I believe Dylan Doug is Doug Moreland. Now you have me. Dylan Doug.
But, I mean, their families are loving it, so I think they're probably going to stay there for a while.
I guess they rebuilt.
Is Dylan Doug is not Doug Spedding, right? Same, different people. Yeah, I'm talking to Tom. Tom says two different people,
Doug
sir.
Moreland is
Doug Moreland is Dylan Doug. So, yeah, we're all good. Your head can stop spinning now, Jay.
And Doug
Catch
Spedding is not around anymore.
I'll tell Tommy. You have a nice day. Bye.
Who's that?
Been listening to you since day one.
Doug Spedding is gone.
Well, Mark was talking about Dylan Doug, saying nice things about him. He goes, this just made my head spin. Tom hates that guy. I mean, he meant Doug Spedding. Didn't know they were different people. Yeah.
I hear, I've been to Puerto Rico just once, but I hear it's...
All right, so I sent a message to that Rocky Mountain Film Labs.
Anniversaries, we
We'll
did
see what
a
happens.
cruise out of there, and we had a couple days there, so it was really nice.
Let me tell Joe.
Save image.
What city? Is there only one big city there, or what?
San Juan is usually where everybody hangs out. Like that's like the main area where all the ports and everything are.
Does Ryan have a family that he brought down?
Yeah, wife and 2 kids.
That shocked me that Ryan left. He was so entrenched here.
I mean, yes and no. It was just, I think it was more Tim that pulled him.
How long have you been here?
16 years.
Okay, because you do sound like you know a lot.
Yeah.
16, that's a long time. Shannon's been how long? A little longer?
I think 18 is what she's been, or maybe 17. Because she started across the street for somebody, I think maybe Intercom, she worked for like a couple months
Who's
before
that?
she came over here. Jen, my wife, that she was over there, like I don't even know what she
I'm
did.
getting vaccinated.
Is your wife here?
Yeah.
Where?
She's I was gonna say she's the one who runs the marketing and everything.
Vaccinated or vasectomy?
What's that?
Are you getting vaccinated or
I see her.
Yeah.
I've done both.
Same here.
I never went back and got checked, though, ever.
Well,
little
apparently it
heavier.
worked.
Long hair.
I wonder if it could grow back 30 years later.
So,
That'd be a motherfucker.
Is she officing here, or does she go in?
What do you think?
Yeah,
Up to a
she's
year?
down on 3.
Maybe.
Oh, that's cool that you both work at the same place. I've been here
How about
40
tubes
years.
tied? They ever
Oh, yeah.
come untied?
Not the way I did them.
Oldest one
But
in
if
the
they're
building.
done
I think.
improperly, yeah.
Cut.
I don't know anybody.
I cut and tie. Well, I used something called a, it was a little,
Gorilla glue.
Yeah.
no, it was a little hook that cut and cauterized at the same time. So in all my years, I never had
Okay,
one of
did the
mine
pictures go
get spontaneous.
Troubleshooter show, what is your first name?
Putting them back together again is a
Randy, hi, in the sentence or less. What would you like to talk to Mark about on the show today?
Did that. She got remarried and they want to have
No,
it
yeah,
in,
he went late. So
they simply couldn't make it work, so they did in vitro.
I'm
and that
sorry?
works.
Yeah, I mean,
But they did
What
try
would
to
be
correct it.
what
but
would you
the
like to
first
talk about
doctor
on the
did
show?
job
Do you have
right.
a problem
not
you
only
need
that,
help
but
with?
the tubes are very thin, and the
Okay, what
opening
is the
is
problem
really,
about?
really small.
Good seeing
So you have to use a microscope and really, really tiny sutures to get them back into place. And it's just a very difficult surgery.
All right, we're going back up.
Okay. Let's see what we can do to help. Is it going to be you or your wife talking?
Beautiful, and I mean beautiful garage floors. Hey, they can also
Okay,
do patios
so Randy
and walkways. They put a
and-
coating on there. Polyaspartic. This stuff
Randy
is
and
bulletproof,
Doris.
man. Wipe off oil,
All right, just
everything.
don't talk
Take
over each
hose
other,
to it,
okay?
your
When you guys
garage
talk together,
cement
hang
always
tight.
looks
Listen to the
brand
phone. Probably going to be after the top of the hour here. Hang
720-600
on.
home. 720-600 home. All right, 303-713-8255. we generally don't ever get political, and this isn't really political, but this is really mind-blowing to me. And I promise I'll get back to the phones, but there was a fentanyl bust. I think it was Friday in California. Fentanyl is just horrible stuff. In fact, they got 150,000 fentanyl pills. That's enough to kill 1 million people, according to this article. 1 million people. Listen to this. It was a 25-year-old and a 19-year-old, both from Washington, were arrested during a traffic stop, turned into a drug bust. They were booked into the Tulare County pretrial facility on charges of possession. Think about this. 150,000 fentanyl pills, enough to kill over 1 million people. And you know what they did? They let them go. They let them go. And here's why. All of the inmates booked into this county are sent through what is known as risk assessment. The process through the county probation department. The risk assessment is then sent to a judge with the court who determines whether or not the individuals are arrested, is held on bail, or are they to be released. They release these guys. You should see all these fentanyl pills, bags and bags and bags and bags and bags of them. 150,000 fentanyl pills. Now, think about this. What message does this send? If you want to transport fentanyl, you're not going to get in any trouble. Literally, they'll just let you go. They'll let you go. It's the most amazing thing I have ever heard of. I have no idea in my life why California would let these people go. Now, coming up next hour, we got a special guest. We got a special guest that's back into the studio. You're going to be pleasantly surprised. 303-713-8255. I did want to mention one more time because I got an email on it. George Donaldson, Fix It 24/7. The deal is only new customers. If you're a new customer, $28. You got to book it today. They're going to come out. They're going to clean that AC up and down. They're going to do a great job. They've been with us for a long time. They're going to basically do a refurbish. Now, Randy and Doris have a problem with UC Health, and it's a coding issue. We're getting more and more of those. Dave finally sent us a picture on Beltrain issues. I'm going to look at those over the break. And then we're still trying to get on that class action attorney. One line open, 303 Martino. My name's Mark Major, and this is the Troubleshooter Network.
Are you or someone you love struggling with addiction? At the Raleigh House, their dedicated team of professionals understand that where you've been is different than where you're going.
I've got a
Join
math
the
question
Raleigh
for you.
House of Hope to find connection,
When might you be
purpose,
buzzed?
and to
When
rewrite
you
your story.
suddenly
Breathe
love
deep. Feel at
everything.
home.
You guys,
Reconnect with nature.
I love
Raleigh
this
House
song.
understands your past
I
and
love
believe in the
these
potential of your
nachos.
future. Reclaim
I
your
love
life
our
and
kickball
discover how
league.
capable you truly are. Don't let depression, anxiety, trauma, or addiction take your future from you. Call 720-797-8717.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything. You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Oh, I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
America, your children have an amazing superpower. They can help save lives by not having play dates. That's right. By replacing get-togethers with virtual play dates and video chats, they can help slow the evil spread of germs. And if your superheroes do go outside, make sure they continue their superhero wing by staying 6 feet away from others to protect every...
You want a flip-flop here?
No.
Okay. It doesn't bother me any which way.
Friendly than they used to be. These chairs are just a little low for in here.
Dude, we had the best. So we go to the Rockies game yesterday.
I heard you went with Doyle.
Doyle, right next to me, is Dealing Doug. Him and I had a great fucking talk.
Yeah, get him on.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go there last night, but what a great fucking guy, man. He said he remembers years ago you came out.
I always treated him fairly. You better say that.
No, he said you came out I don't know if they have a corporate headquarters or if it was one of the dealerships.
It was at his Dodge at Cherry Creek. He had a corporate office.
And went through a ton of paperwork on some complaints.
Right.
And he goes, yep. And Tom said afterwards, we had
Exactly.
He said everything was fine, blah, blah, blah.
That's exactly right. He said it. He always said it.
Yeah. But we had really, we did, man. We mostly just talked baseball and shit, but
Now, was that by mistake you were there? Or did you get tickets together because of Doyle?
no, nothing with, he owns his own seats, and iHeart happens to have seats right next to him. He's right behind.
Good, you have a rapport now. And then, like I said, we never had any negative. Honest to God, I never went crossways with him.
I can't remember a fucking call. I think Arapahoe Kia we had one on, but outside of Arapahoe Kia, I don't remember any of their dealerships having issues. He's buying a new one too. I forget what he told me. I want to say it was Audi, maybe.
We got it. We do have to pursue that. That would be great. I'm serious.
Yeah, I know.
We could use that.
So I gave Mike some hints on how to approach him. I said tell him we'll do some endorsement stuff for free for a little period of time to prove it. We'll have him in on Car Fridays.
For sure.
I said, but you guys need to throw him a few bones.
We're not violating anybody. We have no one right now.
No, it'd be great.
We need to, man.
So there's some seeds there, but Mike's got to plant them. Hey, George had, I don't want to talk too much, but I guess there was a pretty big billing issue he was going to deal with. Did he talk to you about that?
With iHeart?
Yeah. They hit him up with over 60. That was like a year and a half old, apparently.
I have nothing to do with anything.
Well, I know neither of us do, but I'm just saying.
Thank goodness.
He was trying to get that. He was a little perturbed, so hopefully they come to an amicable resolution. How about all those people that died, man, in the fucking tractor trailer? Fuck me.
Fucking cry.
Who could fucking ditch humans?
There are little kids in there too.
Yeah, who the fuck can just ditch people? I've never fucking heard of anything. They just.
Did they find the bastards that did it?
I don't think so, man. They just found. I guess someone. There's a truck on the side of the road, a semi, and they heard shit knocking on the door. Someone locked him in there and fucking left him there, and a shitload of them dead. I mean,
42 of them are dead.
How the fuck can anybody do it?
God, that is so fucking sad. God, when I heard that, I couldn't believe it.
But I go back to the same thing, like, why? Why wouldn't you just open the fucking door? Forty people dead.
J. Howe News Time, 103. It's primary election day in Colorado. Turnout so far.
Nope, I'm sorry. Here's a more updated one. At least 50. Doc, it's over 50 now.
What?
50 people fucking dead in that truck.
I know. I read
60, you said, right?
50.
Oh, okay.
But I think a lot of them that still had a heartbeat are dying.
You know what they need to do? If they find those people, instead of putting them in jail, they should lock them in a trailer and let them die the way those people died.
Why would they? I still don't understand, why wouldn't they just open the door? Unless if they literally wanted to murder them. What could it be?
You're right. There's no reason not to open the door and then run away. Maybe they were afraid those people were going to identify them. I have no idea how anybody could be that inhumane.
Now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by AAA Colorado Insurance.
What's that?
They're saying that this off-label use of this drug has pain naltrexone. I heard that years ago.
Another accident westbound Bellevue at Monaco, close east and backups all the way Y-25, and construction as well northbound Parker between E-47 and Drive. And southbound I-25, road work on the off ramp to I-225, right lead block. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather, sunny 93 today, 63 tonight. Tomorrow, chance of rain, mostly sunny at 94. Thursday, good chance of thunderstorms in the mid-80s. Right now, 87 with your Impact Traffic.
think you got to update this.
So this Atwell Suites, Atwell, it's a new hotel.
Where is it?
They want to give us. They want to give us. It says East 65th Avenue, so it's up the
Oh, it's off.
That makes sense.
But why? What do they want to give you?
They want to give us a room or two to give away.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It sounds like a kind of smaller chain. Is it a boutique?
I don't know. Yeah, it is. That's what I'm looking at. Atwell Suites, Howard Road.
Looks like a hotel you'd stay the night before a plane, right?
Cozy lounge, large closet. It's not like but it looks nice.
Hey, I got to update you on this Dave one. This fucking guy, this poor guy had a run-in with a Beltrain.
What is Beltrain, by the way?
So I did talk about it, and I actually said, you know, the guy actually, I said I literally said on air, you know, this guy, you know, there was a death threat. The police were involved, everything. So this guy's not a good guy. You want me to open or you open it?
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help a common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
All right, welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. Where in the universe? How about this number, Tom? $300 million.
Yeah, at least, for sure.
Cash merchandise, exchanges, refunds.
So I got my staples out. Do we have a lot of calls, by the way? If we do.
No, go ahead. People are interested.
No, I do want to talk about it, but I want to take calls first. I just want to say I got my staples out. So it's been 2 weeks since back surgery. I'm completely out of pain, 100% pain-free. And it was because I had a nerve pinch. 90% of my spinal cord was pinched or restricted. And surgery last resort, but I mean, it's just great.
So Lane on line 4, we're trying to get a hold of Slater out of Jersey, our attorney that does it. But this poor guy's a farmer, man. Suzanne, until really just get all Lane's info.
Action, or he wants to be?
He wants to be. He's a farmer. He's been using Roundup every year, and he's actually been diagnosed with a certain kind of leukemia.
Is there a class action going on right now?
Yeah, they're advertising him everywhere on TV.
Lane.
So, Lane, you've seen it just on TV. Now you're just seeking more information.
Correct. Yeah, I thought I'd look into it since I was diagnosed with it.
So how bad is your condition?
Oh, it's not bad at all. The doctor says you could possibly expect to have a normal life, and that old age will kill you before CLL. But he said I have to go in every 6 months for.
What is CLL again, Lane?
Yeah, what is CLL?
Chronic lymphocytic leukemia.
Okay.
Correct.
And do they directly attribute it to that stuff, Roundup?
No. The doctor says that it could have caused it, could have contributed to it, maybe not. And apparently, what I understand from the ads I've seen is that there is a judgment against the manufacturer of Roundup, and so all these class action lawyers are advertising, call us, we'll get you money. But I don't want to call, a shyster firm. I thought maybe you guys would have a reputable attorney.
Yeah, and Suzanne's got a message into him, man. This guy knows everything. He'll know who's handling it if they're not. A lot of times, Tom...
Those are highly specialized suits, man.
Oh, they're crazy. But is there ever times where there's multiple firms doing the same class action? I don't know.
No, there are. But
it's not a joiner situation?
Well, okay. There's a lead firm, and then what they do is they pay affiliate firms to bring in cases. That can happen. But there's usually just one lead firm. Now, different firms, once they classify a class, I believe that you either are part of that class or not. Once the judge says this is enough for a class, and a law firm went ahead and got that class, unless the other class is substantially different, you have to join the one that's there. Or you can do an individual lawsuit. They don't take away your right to do an individual lawsuit, I don't believe. But that's why I'd love to have Slater on to talk about class action. Suze, did you try him? Is he not around?
He's not answered me yet.
Ah, doggone it. Okay. But you know what we could do, Lane? Obviously, call you back. Okay.
Soon as we get him, we'll line you both up, all right?
What's happening with Beltran? What's that call about?
Well, Dave called up. I'm going to bring him back up. He finally sent me pictures here. He had Beltran out. It took forever to get the fence done, but the guy actually followed through and got the fence done. But there's big gaps at the bottom to where his dogs can literally go right under the fence. And more than anything, Dave, and correct me if I'm wrong, you really just wanted to kind of warn people about this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
And guess what he used as an excuse, Tom? You'll love this.
You mean why he made it so far off the ground?
No. Why he took so long to get the job done. Why? Dave, when did you hire him?
The first payment was made on April 30th. And he told me it wouldn't be that weekend; it'd be the next weekend is when he would start.
So he kept putting it off, and then tell Tom the reason.
The dog ate his homework?
No, better.
You guys blasted him, and he had death threats to his family, and he was so distraught. He just had to deal with that.
When was he on the show before Beltran? It
was way prior to April.
Beltran.
No. It was well after April.
I don't remember him. Do you?
Yeah, he's the one that we had to get the police involved because he called in a death threat.
Oh.
From what he told me, it was the first week in May is when the whole distraught. He was so distraught.
Yeah, May could be. We were gone traveling the world.
You mean on your motorhome?
Yeah, when it went down. So
I'm trying to remember this. I mean,
I don't.
Why can't I remember this?
Of course you remember it.
Yeah, it's not.
My God, the cops got involved. Spence got involved. Brenda got involved. Yes. Police reports.
Oh, he said he was going to come down and blow up the place?
No, he said he was going to blow someone's head off.
Okay. Maybe I do kind of remember that, but...
You were a little out of it. This was before your surgery.
Yeah, I was. You're right.
I'm being serious. You were a little out of it. There's no doubt there.
Man.
But it was a bad deal. But now he's blaming us for all the other issues he has.
So, did he say he's going to do it or not? I mean, do you want to get something done? Is there something you need to get done?
So, the last conversation with him, he was supposed to be out Friday at 1. He didn't show up. Supposed to be out Saturday at 1. Didn't show up. I'm scheduling my time around him. He don't answer texts. He don't answer phone calls. And I finally told him, I said, I was get a hold of Tom Martino and look him. We'll talk about it on the
What's
show.
this guy's name?
Raul Bellatar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who he is. Now, here's to Raul's defense. I will tell you this. He communicated with me quite a bit. I remember Raul now because he has been emailing me. And you know what? To his defense, here's what he said. I would like, because after you called, there were a number of other people that called about him.
Lots of people.
Yeah. And they said they kind of had the same thing. They're not getting things done. And he said, I would like a list of them, and I want to make them right, or I want to, because I don't think I have that many complaints. He did email me. Again, I was getting ready for surgery and all of that, and not totally with it. But so he said right now that he can't, the reason he delayed was because of us. You were not the original caller, as I recall.
No.
Right, okay. So where does it stand right now? Do you need anything done, or do you just want to forget about it?
He told me to have you come fix my fence. That was his last comment.
No, that's the problem with this guy. He says whatever he needs to say to whomever at the time.
Yeah, and that was just yesterday.
And you know what, Tom? I don't mind benefit of the doubt. I mean, because he screwed up one guy doesn't mean he's going to do it to everybody. But anybody that makes death threats, there's something wrong with mentally, to be quite frank.
No, yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
He doesn't threaten me in any way. He just don't follow through.
Yeah, and then he's saying have us come out and fix it. In my opinion, he's no good, man.
He's a game player, man. He's a game player.
Yeah, you know what? You're lucky you got the fence. Let's put it that way. So I would have someone else fix it. Quite frankly, I don't know what else to say on it.
Yeah, at this point,
it's not a hard fix. The posts are inconsistent where they're 6 inches higher in spots.
Yeah.
Which puts the fence 6 inches higher off the ground.
Hey, man, I learned the hard way years ago. A good fence guy is hard to find, man. There is no doubt about it. Hey, I appreciate the pictures. We are going to put those up for you. By the way, Garage Magic, Tom, these guys, rock solid, beautiful garage floors, lifetime warranty, lifetime warranty.
He likes to brag about his employees and no subs. And, yeah, and by the way, I would not even consider anymore because, I mean, it's well worth it. It keeps your garage looking beautiful. It's cheap. I think it's great for the house. I love it. I can't even stand normal concrete anymore after having these coatings over the years. They also do sidewalks, by the way, and pool decks.
Patios. GarageMagic.com or 720-600-HOME. We've got full lines. Hold tight. We'll be right back.
Tired of long waits and rushed care at the ER and urgent care clinic? Next time, stay home and let Dispatch Health bring the power of the hospital to you.
I call Dispatch Health. A care team of medical professionals actually come to your house.
They're the same caliber of people that you would see if you were at a hospital or an...
Okay. Yeah. It's not that big. I mean, it's big, but I mean, it's not that. It doesn't hurt. Doc says it looks good.
You got to do anything to it? Oh, shit. You got these spots I didn't even think about. Just Genesis.
Doesn't do anything. Just let it heal.
Oh, what do we have?
Genesis.
Okay.
You got it?
No, you can do it. You can do it.
Including Medicare. See if we serve your home at dispatchhealth.com.
Dispatch Health really went above and beyond. It's wonderful to have care come to your home.
House calls are back, and they're better than ever. Learn more at dispatchhealth.com. No one appreciates the American dream as much as Romanian immigrant Mitch Floria. He arrived with just $300 in his pocket, started Art of Granite, now serves.
Here's a great article you should read, Mark.
Hold on. Right after this.
The best containers for sleeping fusion pot into music festivals.
There's still a couple minutes.
Honest to God, really?
Does Tommy need headphones?
That's funny.
No, he's got some.
Okay.
Best containers for sneaking booze and pot in the music festivals. I'll tell you what we did. So military school, this would be my second freshman year. We would get a scope bottle.
A scope? Yes.
And we would empty it out. We would fill it with vodka or tequila, and then put a little green food coloring. And I tell you, half our floor had the same shit, and no one ever found out. Bunch of drunk cadets running around, and you know they knew, right?
Yep.
That's funny.
Is that what led to your third ninth grade year?
That's what led to my GED.
So my friend went to Alfred, which is a small school upstate New York, and he said 43 of his kids had fake IDs from Arkansas, and it took the bar owner 2 years to realize, wait, you can't have 43 people in a small school that all come from Arkansas.
Listen, when Suzanne moved in with me, she was 16. I was 18. We worked at this grocery store.
That's only because her parents didn't object, right?
She was in foster care. It didn't matter. But anyhow, so this woman left her license at the grocery store. The woman was like, what, 30, Suzanne?
She had black hair,
like
brown
Suzanne
eyes.
in a million years. But for like 10 years, she used that fake ID flawlessly.
And
no one ever questioned a 16-year-old walking into the Oklahoma City track and buying beer and gambling.
What are we doing on the Bell train call?
They don't care, really.
Nothing. It's gone. We're cooked. We're done with it.
Okay, so let him go?
Really care casinos.
All right.
Because they lose their life.
Yeah, but this was so far back. They
Dave,
didn't
did
care.
you have any other questions for the guys?
They're really strict about it.
You know where we bought all our beer back then? I was a stock manager. I was only 18. Remember, when I was 18, you couldn't buy beer like when you guys were.
Right.
Oh.
I'd buy it directly from the beer guys. When I'd check them in, I'd pay cash for cases of beer. And it was no big deal back then. I mean, nothing. And then when we were like 15 or 14 in New Jersey, we'd call up a taxi and say, hey, bring us whatever, and we'd order, and we'd just pay the taxi driver. Kids, I mean, we were 15 years old.
And in New York, you couldn't buy till you were 21
I'd love for you to tell him that. Hang on, Dave, because Tommy's in. Hang on.
We were 18. I think in New Jersey, you could drive at 16, right?
Let me know when. 10 seconds. Hold on, guys.
Old home and minimize the stress of selling it. You need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
Siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks. Say it with me. Siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks. I'm talking about Genesis Exteriors. I'm going to throw in another one, stucco. You want the most beautiful exterior work done to your home, I want you to call up Mark Szymanski. He's the owner. They have done work at my house, and it's phenomenal. They made our house look brand new. They did it in a great way. They did it quickly. They used the right products. I want you to call them for siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, and stucco. You ready for the number? 303-679-8509. Call my friends over at Genesis. Mark Szymanski, great guy, 303-679-8509.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Warming up for your Tuesday. Temperatures today in the mid to low 90s with lots of sunshine and light wind. Overnight low 60s, and then tomorrow mid 90s again with a chance for storms by the afternoon. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burr.
Dell Technologies and Windows 11 provide innovators with the tools to succeed. To do more with the Latitude laptop, Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for Business. For advice and expertise, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Need some gas money? Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays for your chance to win $1,000 to fill your tank. It's Gas Money on 630 KHOW, sponsored by Guy Rees.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore Paint by joining the Guy Rees Loyalty Program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Rees, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hey, Tom Martino here, and don't forget, if you need a divorce attorney, a family law attorney, and I hope you really don't, but listen, sometimes you do, and Harris Family Law, one of the ones we really stand behind. Rich and Lisa Harris started this firm. They have about 30 attorneys specializing in different areas of a divorce. I love what they do with unbundled services, which means if you want them to do just part of it, like a modification of support or just parenting time or something else, or you want to do legwork, they'll do as much or as little as you want. They also do collaborative law to keep prices down. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000, 303-515-5000. Who do we take next?
Let's go to Randy and Doris. I'm curious what's going on here with UC Health. What's up, guys?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, I went to the doctor in December of 2021, and it was my first visit on Medicare. I also have a supplement with Cigna, and I gave them my card. And a couple months later, I received a bill, and I called Medicare, and Medicare said, I spent 3 hours on the phone with Medicare. They told me that they coded it wrong.
Who coded it wrong? UC Health coded it wrong?
Yes. And so I called UC Health back, and they
wait, how could UC Health couldn't have? They coded it wrong?
Oh no, the health provider. Well, wait, is UC Health? UC Health was the provider. Yeah, they're the health provider.
Okay, I thought they were the hospital or whatever.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They're both.
They're the facility.
My doctor is umbrellaed into UC
Yeah,
Health.
he's part of UC Health, and so when they code it wrong, that's it. But what did Medicare say was wrong with it?
Well, Medicare, I got a statement back from them, and they said that my lifetime benefit for service had been met. And
A lifetime benefit for what service?
For Medicare. I mean, for
I never heard of that, of lifetime service on Medicare.
That's what it said. And
wait, so your explanation of benefits, where they tell you what you're responsible for, Medicare sent you a notice, and they said to you that your lifetime benefit is what? Exceed,
met.
Meaning that you don't get any more. And what procedure?
Right. Well, that was my very first claim.
I get it. What
Medicare.
procedure? What procedure were we talking?
It was an initial physical.
A what?
My yearly physical.
Oh, okay.
My yearly physical.
Okay, got it. Listen, let's call Integra. They know a lot about this.
Yeah, and as far as the only thing I can see is there is only inpatient in the hospital. Like they only cover 90 days, and you've got to use your other coverage,
your supplement,
your supplements. But as far as a dollar amount, there's no such thing.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Well, and either do I. I've been fighting.
So how much do they say? How much do UC Health say? What do they say you owe?
$331, and it's for the physical examination only.
Got it.
Everything else was covered 100%.
Okay, everything else was covered. Weird. That is totally weird. Hold on. We'll call either John Jr. or John.
What else was covered if that's the only thing that you had done? What did they say was covered?
I had blood tests. They sent me for blood tests,
Okay.
and I had that done as well.
Oh, so it's only the lab and the doctor's charge that you incurred, correct?
Well, the lab was covered.
Right.
The only thing that was not covered was the physical examination itself. And by the way, I've got two different codes here. I've got a code from Medicare that they said it was claimed. And then we talked to UC Health on the 16th of June. And by the way, that's our 6th call with UC Health. And now they said they've changed the code to a different code. But they say
I don't even know what they mean, though. I don't even know your lifetime benefit is done. I mean, I just don't know. So, I mean, let's just get. We need to get someone.
We got it. We got John Jones.
Hey, John.
Yeah, Tom. How you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you, and thank you for the get well card. Appreciate it, man. Listen, so we have Randy and Doris on. Doris went her very first visit after going on Medicare. She went to UC Health and had a physical. They covered her blood tests. But then Medicare would not cover the physical. And Medicare sent them an explanation saying, you've exceeded your lifetime benefit. It was the first time she ever went there on Medicare. Is that what they said, Doris? You've your lifetime benefit's been met, right?
That's correct.
And then when you called Medicare, they said UC Health coded it incorrectly?
Yes, that's correct. And I asked them for the code, and she told me she couldn't give it to me, that I just needed to tell UC Health that it was my very first appointment and that it would be coded differently. So I just did what I was told.
I just never heard of such a thing, John. Do you know what they're...
I've heard of that.
Okay, what do you think's going on?
I mean, obviously it comes down to the code, and everything Doris did was correct, calling Medicare, and I would assume she spoke with claims.
Well,
and so I'd strongly recommend go back to UC Health.
Yeah, but she did, and they
coded correctly for us. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
I think she did go back to UC Health, and they said we recoded it, right?
Well, they told me they would look into it, and I continued to get billed.
And it's $300. She shouldn't have to pay that. I don't get it. I mean, why should she have to be in the middle?
All UC Health should do is just recode it. As part of her preventative care.
But, John, what do they mean by you've met your lifetime limit?
See, I've never heard of that.
Okay.
I've never heard of that before, that someone has met their lifetime limit, because I go get my preventative care every year.
I don't get it either.
Hey, John, is there a lifetime limit?
They have certain guidelines on their preventative care, what they cover during that preventative care.
John, is there a lifetime limit
you can
on...
always go to the Medicare site.
Go ahead. What did you say? We have a question.
Is there a lifetime limit, let's say, on cancer care, if you're in the hospital, for how much they'll pay for chemotherapy?
Nope, I've never heard of that either.
Okay, I haven't either. I just wanted to double check.
But it could be, I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's got to be with the coding somehow.
UC Health.
That they're putting that down. That's why what Doris is doing is correct, going back to UC Health.
Yeah, but she's in the middle. I mean... you know what I'd say, Doris, are they really trying to collect it?
Well, I've gotten several emails and several 2 bills in the mail, and we live up in the mountains, so our mail doesn't always come. But I've been on the phone with them 6 times, and they keep telling me it's going to get taken care of, but it hasn't to this date. And it's already over 6 months, well, just about 6 months since my visit, and I'm getting tired of calling them.
And can I ask you a quick question, Doris? Which plan are you on for your Medicare sup?
Cigna.
Is it a Plan G?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't get it. And That notice you got, really it shouldn't be your problem if things like this come up, because there's no dispute that you're covered. Shouldn't Medicare call the facility? I don't know why they make her do all of that.
All I can tell you is, Tom, when it was coded wrong for us, we did the calling.
Okay, here's what I want to say then.
And we had the doctor recode it and send it in, and then Medicare paid everything.
What I would say is this, Doris. Whenever you get a bill, you write on it, Medicare says this is coded wrong, otherwise they will pay it. You need to contact them. That's what I would do. And that's what I would do. Listen, if they step up collection efforts, let us know. But at this point, that's all you can do. Write on that bill and send it back, like where they're expecting payment. Or is it email, whatever. I would simply answer, Medicare, my Medicare says this would otherwise be covered, but you coded it wrongly. Get in touch with them. And do not harass me. I mean, I don't know what else to say. By the way, Integra Insurance, if you have questions on health insurance or you're looking for new coverage, 303-351-04. I'm sorry, excuse me. 303-466-5500. I was giving out a fraud number we're going to call. But Integra Insurance is 303-466-5500, and they're on the referral list at referrallist.com. So we have more coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
It's a busy afternoon southbound I-25. A wreck between 104th and Thornton Parkway. Stop and go from 128th. That's going to add about 10 minutes onto your drive. Southbound I-25 just after Yale. Another accident. Stop and go from Emerson, adding over 10 minutes onto your commute. And a couple of accidents on Hampden. One westbound at Buckley. Seeing some backups at that intersection. Another at Hampden in Colorado. Slow speeds in all directions there. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Sunny, high near 93 today. 63 for the low tonight. Tomorrow, slight chance of rain. Mostly sunny, 94. Thursday, good chance of thunderstorms, and in the mid-80s. Right now, it's 88. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
Ready for a mind-boggling family experience? Then check out Mazes and Brain Games, now open at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. Challenge your brain with dozens of
those people too. You think that was the game?
Why couldn't they just open
Go,
it?
go.
All right. Empower Reverse Mortgage is telling me there's
a challenge right now with reverse loans. There's a challenge because of the interest rates, but they have a way where this can still work for you. With reverse loans, you take a line of credit and you only have to pay simple interest on it if you want to use it. So you can have it for an emergency, or you can use it for home health care if you have equity in your home. They set up a helpline. If you have any concerns regarding interest or anything else, Empower Reverse Mortgage, Mark Massey and his team will answer it. 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719. I love talking about FrankDuran, when he sits down to list a home or to talk to you about buying a property, whatever you want regarding real estate, there's no charge. And he's full of information. He will give you detailed information on the market and how he performs. He'll show you what he has sold in whatever neighborhood you want to know, what he listed it for, what it sold for, what the comps are going for, and why he outperforms the market. Give him a call. None of his services he charges for, except, of course, the commission when he sells, and he'll always sell for more than you'll ever get. Or if you're looking to buy, trust me, his negotiating power will save you money. Frank Duran, TheRealEstateMan.com, 303-920-1622.
Check the mail for Valpak, and you could be an instant winner. That's right. Tucked in with those coupons is your chance to win big. From cash and gift cards to attraction and concert tickets. Every month it's something new with prizes for the whole family. Go ahead, open that blue envelope of savings to see if you won. Because with Valpak Instant Win, there's nothing to buy or do to cash in. Just thousands of real winners winning real prizes, no strings attached.
Well, that was California, right?
Those are randomly inserted. See specially marked Valpak envelopes for details.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 K-How. If you're concerned about the markets,
So when they delivered it?
Yeah, that should be it, but the Whirlpool rep says, I mean, the people at the store said to them, oh, well, you'll go through Whirlpool to get a new one. The rep does, no, this is not happening.
This is delivery damage.
Who was the store?
Appliance Factory.
Oh, God.
Appliance Factory.
Appliance, that's how we should
Appliance Factory outlet?
It's Appliance Factory Warehouse.
Yeah, Appliance Factory.
It's AFW.
Yeah. And not only that, so Whirlpool will generally have nothing to do with it.
Oh, no.
Right.
These guys dropped.
Yeah.
Is it a washing machine or a refrigerator? The other guy's a refrigerator, right? Hers is a washing machine.
Yeah. So, Tom, you want me to give her number to who do you want me to give her?
If you give it to me, when we're slow, I'll have Suze work it in.
Okay.
We'll call tomorrow.
We'll call tomorrow. We can call tomorrow.
I'm going to give your number, your mobile number to Tom.
People don't realize they don't even have a manufacturer's warranty with those guys.
Are all of their stuff like that?
Pretty much all of it.
They bought it out of a box.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
It would be fine.
Yeah. It's all them. It's nothing to do with Whirlpool.
Oh my gosh, of course not. And they're just, and this is like.
Well, people don't even realize this. When you buy appliances there,
okay,
under any circumstance, you don't have a manufacturer's warranty.
Mindy?
It's Mindy, M-I-N-D-Y. What number do you want me to?
Remember, we're on.
It doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, yeah. Just right.
Give it to Suzanne right in there.
I can hear. Here, come here. We'll put it down. Just.
If the X-ray is taking you to this, urinary tract infection was 17 hours.
Now, it's a washing machine. Okay. Was it new or used? It was scratch and dent, right? Okay. I know I got it new out of the box, right?
If we serve your home as Dispatch Health.
Dispatch Health really went above and beyond. It's wonderful.
Yeah, they do that all the time. Was there a dent or scratch on it?